Hi guys, Lianka here, a Ballito-based physiotherapist, and as a passionate physiotherapist, it is my job not just to treat my patients, but to educate and empower them. So I am sharing this video with you today to teach you the breathing exercises that physiotherapists are teaching all over the world that could assist in coronavirus. So at the onset of this pandemic, I've been actively researching what breathing exercises and respiratory physiotherapists are doing abroad, and we are definitely learning from our colleagues. This is new terrain, and we're traversing a new disease, a new virus, so we are learning as we're going. But there's a few techniques that are proving to be helpful, and I want to share them with you today. So the first thing I spoke about in a previous video, which was called breath stacking. But just so you have it all together, we're going to go through that quickly. So breath stacking is you're going to take a big breath in through your nose, we're going to keep it in, and then you're going to stack another breath on top of that, stack another breath on top of that, and then breathe that all out. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate quickly. We're going to do belly breathing for this. So hands on your belly, you're going to take big breath in, and in doing so, pushing your belly against your hands when you're doing that. So and you can go through that from my previous video. The next thing we're going to chat about is an active cycle of breathing. And for this, you are going to take big breath in and hold it in. So we are going to first take 5 small breaths and hold each one in for 2 to 3 seconds. We're then going to proceed to medium-sized breaths, and then we're going to proceed to 5 of the biggest breaths that you can. So just to demonstrate one cycle for you. After 5 breaths, you're going to cough or huff. So just a simple cough. And then you'll follow that up with 5 medium-sized breaths, and then 5 of the biggest breaths you can. So big breath in. Repeating that 5 times, remembering to hold that breath for 2 to 3 seconds, as this allows for better diffusion of that oxygen in the most basal parts of your lungs. After you do that, we're going to do something called huffing. So you're going to go big breath in and force that air out. And again, big breath in. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is positioning. So the mass of your lung, the biggest bulk of your lung, the surface area, the biggest surface area of your lung, and the mass of it sits at the posterior aspect of your rib cage, the back of your rib cage. So in most of our positions that we're lying in, whether it's side lying or lying on our tummy, we are condensing that rib cage. But when you're lying on our back or lying on our side, but when you are lying on your tummy, you're actually allowing for the biggest area of that lung to not be constricted. So this is called proning. So lying on your tummy and breathing in, so that you're allowing that lung to expand fully. If we think of a wet sponge analogy, so if you're taking a sponge, dipping it in some water and leaving it on a surface, all of that fluid will trickle down to the bottom of that sponge. So you need to think of your lungs as the same. So when we are lying on our tummy, we are allowing for diffusion of that of those fluids for bigger surface area, and we're allowing at the back for our lungs to expand fully. So I hope this helps. Share it with a loved one. Practice these techniques so you familiarize yourself with them. And you do need to still see your physiotherapist or your physician if the symptoms get worse. Remember that it's not a cure for this virus. We all know that. But it definitely is assisting in getting more oxygen intake. Lianka, physiotherapist. Have a beautiful day and stay positive.